Saturday nights, nobody really knew me, midnight to 6, but so nobody really took a lot of time. But.
Oh, this was the old WDST.
Old WDST, yeah.
Right. And that's when they had real live disc jockeys all day
sure.
long, all night long.
Yeah. Richard Fusco was the one that hired me. And but anyway, at this party, a Christmas party, no one was spending any time, nobody cared about me really. And Joe Fitz was the one that came up. I was at the bar, I ordered a drink, and he came up, and he's curious, he wanted to know who I was, and interested, you see. So it meant a lot to me, to be kind of the new guy in the group, and especially in the radio business and all that stuff. But he was the one that showed me a real true personality and something that, cared about the average guy. Everyone else was kind of taken with who they were, and it was a really popular station, I'm sure it still is. And this guy, Mike Sutton, many years later, 5 years later, in 1997, called me and said, we're doing a blues thing, 5 Sundays at the Dupuy Canal House. 5 Sundays in May, it was. And John Novi had hired, I guess Joe had got the job and put a blues band together to play in the basement of the place, Sunday afternoons, 5 in a row. And so I went over to the house over in Rosendale that I all lived in, Burr's Crossing it was called. I don't know if you heard those stories about Burr's Crossing, but it was my home for a while, and just in and out, and knew a lot of people there. So we rehearsed. We started rehearsing. I showed up at the door with Mike who had met me, and we went up to the house, and there was Joe Fitz. He was living there, and he was going to be in the band. And of course, he was the leader of the band. Mm-hmm. It was a good band. Amy Glauner was the singer, and Mike Sutton played guitar, and Bob Eck, the late Bob Eck, was the drummer, who I'd worked with before with him. So we did these shows, and it was cool, and I worked playing the blues with Joe for the next year or so.
What was the name of that band?
It was Joe Fitz's blues band, as I recall. I don't remember. It was before the Disciples of Soul and all those things. But we worked a lot at the Rosendale Winery and Rosendale Cafe when it was across the street from where it is now. Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, we played a New Year's Eve show there. What I was loved about him is his control and his feel for the music, Love it when he does that.
Take it down?
Take it down.
Yeah.
And it's still pumping, and it's still full, but it's not as loud. And then he gets down and,
talks.
One of the best I've ever seen over a microphone with crowds and with people, whether they're 18 years or 20 years on the radio, did it all. But I mean, he is so smooth and so cool, and makes everybody feel like he made me feel when I first met him, like you've known him a long time.
You can't teach that, and it was just got to be born in you, I think.
It's true. Well, very few people have it. Yeah. He's one that has it, and that's what endears him to everyone, and that's what endears me to him. The old 60s term brother, I call him my brother, and he calls me his brother, and we feel like brothers. He's very much like a combination of my 3 brothers. He's got brains and heart and soul, he really does. I care a lot for him.
I'm the one who loves you. I'm the one who loves you. Little girl, again you are.
In the early days, I would produce the show a little bit more. I actually
planned it, but
I pre-taped certain things or edited things in advance, like interviews and But now I pretty much wing it. I just go and play what seems to be appropriate at the moment, and I like to have people on. I like to have guests because it gives me somebody to bounce off of, and
I like what you said last month. You said because I can't do the heavy lifting all the time. Yeah,
it's great to have somebody who's a good foil, and is or brings out something in you too, And I love to. I've had people play live on there, like you did a great job. You played.
Drown in My Own Tears. Thank you.
And I had a gospel group one time in there. That was a highlight, like about 5 guys with bass and drums and everything. Not in that studio, in one that was probably a little smaller even.
What was the name of the group?
The Sensational Brower Brothers.
Where are they from?
Newark, New Jersey.
How'd you get them up here?
At the Dutchess County Fair, they have a gospel show every Sunday, the closing day of the fair.
Uh-huh.
and I always go to the gospel tent over there.
Let's go next year.
Yeah, yeah. And I saw them there, and I became friendly with these guys, and I said, you want to come on the radio? And they came after the fair.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Just Sunday night, the last gig.
Yeah, yeah. So that was very cool.
Wow.
I had Johnny Copeland on the show one time, and we talked about, I knew he was a boxer. A lot of these guys were boxers.
That's right, he was.
And so many of them were boxers.
Kid Chocolate? Was that his name? Something like that?
Well, I don't know about
Maybe
that.
it was somebody else.
Yeah.
Go on.
But there had been a big fight that day. I can't, on TV, Sunday afternoon, I can't remember who it was, but once I got him talking about that, he was like really interested in that. Mark Pryor, I think, was the fighter. Anyway, it's kind of, you're talking about people in, in a more human or getting into like a different level, not as opposed to the blues questions are who are your influences, all
I
that
know.
stuff.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's all good. We'll keep going.
Sure, good luck, Big Joe.
I don't know that I know who he is, but, good luck, Joe.
Good luck, Big Joe.
Good luck, Big Joe. Good luck, Big Joe. Good luck, Big Joe. All right, look, good luck, Big Joe.
Good luck to Big Joe.
Good luck, Big Joe. Good luck, Big Joe.
Good luck to Big Joe.
Good luck to Big Joe.
Well, I want to say this is the 12th New Year that I've been with Big Joe Fitz.
Ooh.
And our early meeting was at a New Year's party, and 12 New Years ago, New Year's 1995, and it's been just a great time being his sweetheart.
Almost like an anniversary for you.
It is. It's a very special night for us.
2 years ago, on New Year's Eve, the different band was playing here, but they invited a bunch of people to their house first. And the idea was to go to their house, eat, schmooze, hang out, and then come down here at 10 o'clock. Well, everybody was having such a good time that when 10 o'clock came around, everybody was saying, we don't want to leave. And Joe just stood up and does what he does so well, which is to direct the group, but he has this way of doing it that you just feel totally taken care of, and everything. You just know everything is going to be fine if we just do what he's saying. It's just going to be great. Oh, and here he is. I'm telling a wonderful story
you met her?
about you.
She's out of the movie.
A good story about
She's
you.
great.
2 years ago when you said to everybody, "This is what we're doing." Do you remember when we went
Oh,
on
yes,
stage and
yes.
said, "This is what we're doing."
Yes, we have to stay with the plan.
Stay with the plan. But you just have a way of always like making everybody feel like everything's going to be all right.
Thank you so much.
This is good.
Thank you. Thanks
Happy
for
New
dressing.
Year.
You too. Thank you.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. How's everybody doing? I love when I come up to Rosendale. You people got a lot of love here. I'm telling you. And every time I come up here, I'm always around good friends, and it's a special night. Just like tonight's gonna be. One, two, three, yeah. Yeah.
Well, I think you people might have noticed one thing that there's missing from this stage, huh? I heard this guy, you might know him, he's a local fella. You know, he's been around here a long time, I think about 25 years doing a radio show, so I think we got to give him a warm welcome. So let's give it up for Mr. Big Joe Fitz. Let's get him out here. Come on, Big Joe.
Thank you so much, everybody. Yeah, Happy New Year. God bless you one and all. If I can get religious for a little bit here. That's the end of the religious portion of the show. Right? Yeah, I feel good. Y'all feel good? Yeah, I know, you look good. It's better to look good than feel good, but you seem like you got it all going on. It's nice to get that inside view of the inner workings of the piano, right? Isn't that a nice thing? And how about it for the band? Jumpin' Jack, ladies and gentlemen. All the way from Philadelphia, PA, Mike Lampy on the upright bass. Downtown, Steve Brown on the drums. I think some of you know Pete Hop. If you don't know him yet, you're gonna know him after tonight. Yes, sir. Listen, we had a drink down in Rosendale. I spilled it on both of my shoes. Yeah, you know I just couldn't seem to hold on to that happy juice. Yes, in the middle of a party, we were dancing. I turned red, lost my courage too. 'Cause that pretty one I was romancing, she reminded me of you. Yes, I got the blues. I got the damn guilty blues. I got the blues now, Mark Morgenstern, baby. 'Cause my heart had been untrue. Wait a second, fella, now listen. We did lunch in the city. You know what I'm talking about? Me and that new girl I found. She getting a little bit close. She tried to kiss me. Lord, my heart began to pound. When she tried to say I loved her, I was choking. Turned red, lost my courage too. And the memory, the promise I had broken. The day I walked away from you, yes, I got the blues. I know you got it too. Yeah, got the damn guilty blues. I got the blues, baby. You the one I hate to lose. Look out. I told myself I should have said, loved you, girl, every single day. I'm so tired, feeling like a fool. I can't help it, girl. No matter what I do, I got the blues. Yes, I got the damn guilty blues. I got the blues. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because my heart has been untrue. What you got to say about it, Pete? Come on, son.
fella. We did lunch in the city. Pete Hop. Me and that new girl I found. She getting close. Oh, she tried to kiss me. My heart began down. When I tried to say I love you, I was choking. Turned red, lost my courage too. As a memory of the promise I broke. The day I walked away from you, yes, I got the blues. Baby, I got the damn guilty blues. I got the blues now, baby. And you the one I hate to lose. I got the blues, you got the blues, we all got the blues down in Rosendale. For New Year's Eve, but it's a pretty good thing now, yeah. Look out, fella.